First, to a developing story we are following right now about a teacher in the Birmingham school district who was murdered.
We have live Team 7 coverage. Let's get straight to 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell. And what can you tell us about this afternoon?
Now, we are just learning that it was Mr. Harry Berkowitz, a teacher at West Maple Elementary in Birmingham. And I was reading his website. He had a website where he talked to students, and he was a passionate teacher. He'd been working for more than 4 decades, but yet you could see that he loved his job. On his website, he reached out to students and parents and said, if you need me at any hour, call. I just want to make sure students succeed, so this is a big loss.
What we learned was a teacher with nearly 47 years of service to the school district has passed away. That individual's name is Mr. Harry Berkowitz.
Birmingham superintendent held a press conference shortly after notifying students and staff. This man, Harry Berkowitz, didn't show up at school today because he had been murdered. He was found by a contractor this morning dead in his home here on Charles Lane in Franklin. Mr. Berkowitz started working as a school teacher in Birmingham in 1966, teaching 4th and 5th grade at Franklin Elementary. He most recently served as a reading teacher here at West Maple Elementary School.
You know, this is a hard thing for them to go through. Young children in that building dealing with a long-standing teacher, that worked with many of their siblings and has touched the lives of a lot of kids.
And here at the Birmingham School District right now, they are working on a plan to have counselors in place when students and staff return to school so that everyone can get help through this grieving process. Definitely a tough time for so many. Reporting live in Birmingham, Kim Russell, 7 Action News. Stephen and Carolyn, back to you.
Yeah, teachers are so loved, so you know it's a tough situation all the way around. Thank you so much, Kim.
Let's turn to 7 Action News reporter Jim Kirchner now, who's been following this case all day long.
He's live in Birmingham. And Jim, you have brand new information about the other person likely involved in this case?
That's right. This is looking more and more like a murder-suicide, and the suspect, the suicide half of this, identified as 33-year-old Thomas Ian Matthews, also of Franklin, but police in Royal Oak say he died at the home of an acquaintance, a woman they will not identify for us, but there were 2 scenes. Take a look at the first scene in Franklin. This is Charles Lane. This is the home of that teacher, Harry Berkowitz, where he was killed this morning. Police are not discussing a motive, but we have established through public records that Matthews and Berkowitz at one time shared this house. Police in Franklin had information that the suspect went to Royal Oak, contacted police there. Take a look at the second scene. Police were told he was armed and dangerous. They had time on their hands and kept their distance. This is on Sprague near Minerva. Turned out to be a standoff lasting for more than 5 hours. They tried all day to make contact. About a dozen people who lived in this area were either evacuated or told to stay in their basements. School kids on the way home this afternoon were diverted. Then at around 3:30, they sent in a robot with a camera to determine the house was safe. SWAT teams entered. With body armor, they found the man dead on a bed, apparently a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. This could have gone on all afternoon. It was a tense situation for everybody who lived in this neighborhood.
They've called me, they're like, there's a standoff on Minerva. And just like, yeah, I know. That's down the street for me. I'm watching it. Can't miss it. I want to see what happens next.
They called me this afternoon. They were aware of the situation, and we decided on a place to meet and pick them up, so it worked out really well.
Everybody's safe.
Everybody's safe.
Now, police say that he likely took his own life long before Royal Oak police arrived on that scene. That was at 9:50 this morning. So again, this appears to be a murder-suicide. The murder victim, 72-year-old Harry Berkowitz, a longtime teacher here in Birmingham. The second person involved, 33-year-old Tom Matthews, who took his own life apparently in Royal Oak this morning. Stephen, Carolyn.
All right, Jim, thank you for that update. And 7 Action News and WXYZ.com will continue to stay on top of this for the newest developments in the story, and we'll bring them to you the instant they develop.